IFB Thursday night broadcast.
Attention, attention, attention to unknown spacecraft. This is the Eastern Alliance Star Navy broadcasting on guard. You are violating Eastern Alliance controlled space and are approaching our military alert zone. Leave immediately and keep off. If you obey, you will be safe. Change your heading immediately or bear the responsibility of all consequences. You may begin the transmission. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And welcome to IFB. We threw in a little curveball. It's season 6 of IFB Interfleet Broadcasting. This is our award-winning pop culture, sci-fi, news, and entertainment channel. I'm New York Pete, and this is on the other side there. Oh, there we go. There, finally. Yes, the Tipsy toaster, my best buddy, and we bring our unique twist from growing up on watching and reading 70s, 80s, and some 90s TV and, the movies, the cartoons, the comic books, novels, and of course, conventions that we grew up with. And we bring that here to you guys. We're big Battlestar Galactica fans. And here you are. Thanks for joining us. There's a bunch of you on. We're going to talk about many things. But Tipsy, before we do that, let's do our toast. Let's welcome everyone.
Sounds amazing. Sure. Welcome, everybody. We are very thankful that you're here. We're here every Thursday, so don't forget to join us. We are a family, and we appreciate the people that are fans and the people who are behind the scenes as well. So here's to you. Keep dreaming. Keep being a fan of your fandom, whatever it may be, and keep fueling the fleet, because the fans
fuel the fleet. Excellent. Yes. So we did a little fun intro courtesy of Chuck Davenport and Chris Marshall, who are big Galactica fans. And, I know that Chris Marshall loves Eastern Alliance. So, we did a little homage there. He created that from scratch to have some fun with that. So there you go.
Cool.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Yeah, absolutely. And also, there's a bunch of you guys watching online with us. Thank you for joining us. I'll get to you in a minute. One of the big things that we're going to go over today is Factory Entertainment, Tipsy. We have some cool stuff to talk about because we got they're in touch with us. John 1 is waiting in the green room.
Behind the scenes line.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff going on. And then we have a couple of directors, producers, writers that are scheduled for today. So hopefully, I know that Mr. George Zouvelos is supposed to come on. He's been in and out of meetings. I've told you guys before, and if you're keeping tabs, you know that Tipsy and I both appear in small parts in Once a Week for Life feature films that are being released, limited theatrical release, and then on April 14th they're going streaming, so you guys will be able to see us in that, and so that's kind of fun. So we were going to have him come on, and is he, I don't think he's up yet.
He's not up yet.
No. Okay. And he's he was the star of the Stranded Warrior. He was Captain Martin, so we'll see if he jumps on. I know he's in and out of a heck of a lot of meetings with actors and dubbing for international release of his Once a Week for Life. So we'll get to that. But in the meantime, I know that John 1 is waiting, which is really cool. And he's got
You
a full
haven't said
deck.
hello to our people.
Yes. All right. Well, I want to talk. Let's do the hello, and then maybe we'll bring on John. And I
Yep.
wanted to have all of us, if we could, discuss a little bit of factory entertainment. But I believe that Mr. Zouvelos, writer and director, is with us in the green room. So if we get
Okay,
him
so
on,
what order do you want this? Come on now, you threw in like four curveballs at me already.
all right. Well,
So
stand by.
tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
What I really, really, really want is I want to get Mr. Zouvelos on because he's got another meeting set right after us. So let's bring on Captain Martin and talk a little bit about Once a Week for Life. And we have his official movie poster too, Chris. So if you could,
All
maybe
right,
we
I'm
could do
working on it.
that.
Give me a second.
All right, good enough. Good enough.
I don't
Uh,
see a video from him.
I don't know. The Eastern Alliance got
There he
your
is.
little face. There he is. Oh, Captain Martin in the house.
Fans fuel the fleet.
Look, you got a mix. We got the Colonial Warrior jacket
Yeah,
and
okay, hold on.
Once a Week for Life. I love it.
That's right.
Well,
It's,
George,
it's the
welcome
new
to
police
IFB.
jacket for an NYPD.
Yes.
I finally fit into it right.
Oh my God. It's great to have you back, George. Thank you for taking the time out. I just mentioned that you're in and out of extensive meetings for the major release of Once a Week for Life. But thank you for coming on. Give us the update. Give us a little of the skinny on the movie, the feature-length
Well,
movie.
it's good to be back with our friends with Interfleet Broadcasting, and I'm excited to see the journey that the cast crew that has done on Stranded Warrior. It's been on a journey around the galaxies, and at some point we crash landed. We ebbed, now we're flowing, right? So the idea is to um, give people what they want with Stranded Warrior, and we'll keep doing better with that and have some faith. But with Once a Week for Life, exciting news. It's streaming, and streaming is a bad word. When you're trying to make money, streaming is a bad word because streaming equals it's free. The idea is it's in select theaters right now. It's playing up in March 5th in Southbury. I'll be up there with a Q&A after the first film because we're only releasing the first film. It's two-part. It's a three-part film. We have two finished. And it'll be up in Southbury at the Riverview Cinema 8 in Southbury, Connecticut. That's a 6 o'clock show. They're also showing an encore performance. I won't be there for that on Friday, March 6th. March 19th, we're having our red carpet in Manhattan, where the public relations, the publicists, the distributor is leading that. There'll be a lot of press there for that. April 10th, 11th, and 12th, we'll be out in Belmore. I'll be there on the 10th with select members of the cast. Hopefully we can get Robert Finaro there. I mean, there's a lot of cast and they're all over the country. Diana Durango might be there. God willing, I'll be there under duress because it's my Good Friday and it's a big no-no. But I'm there for those who are there for me and my family. The big thing is down in near Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. We're going to be near King of Prussia, Phoenixville, Tottenville, in Oaks at the Oaks 24 screen theater. Once a Week for Life is playing there from March 20th to April 13th. I'll be appearing like on Fox 58 up in Connecticut, up in New Haven, Hartford, with Armin Garrow. The Q&A will be with me, Dick Rantulane, the actor, who's the protagonist, and with Armin Garrow, who is the lead antagonist. These two wonderful actors I'll tell you guys, we're very lucky to have actors like Diana Durango and the cast that was haven't appeared in like big feature films to act alongside an ensemble of actors that have appeared in 179 Academy, Primetime Emmy, Golden Globe, People's Choice, SAG Awards, and even television programming that has gotten 2 Grammys. You know, we can talk about short films and what we do. We're trying to cut our teeth to make it better for all of us. But you're looking at accomplished actors that are professional, and us actors, people like Anthony Cangiano, people like Arthur Hugh, who's also a tremendous actor, Jimmy Schertz, also a great actor. We act like with actors like John Fiore. You've seen these people in The Sopranos, Departed, The Blacklist. It's just a Academy Award-winning film with John Capellos, The Shape of Water, and Coda, with Owen Burke and Armin Garrow and Owen Burke, right? So it's very exciting. So these are the updates, and slowly, as we progress, on April 14th, we're hitting to rent or buy on Apple TV, Amazon Prime, Google Play, Fandango, DirecTV, Dish Network, nearly all the major cable stations in the United States. There's a Spanish language track being made, so you're gonna have actors acting like us, and we're doing a Spanish language track, not just closed captioning. The film is closed captioning in English, and it's also ADA compliant. The film was made in 4K with 7.12 Dolby Atmos. In the theaters, it'll be at 5.1 high definition when you watch it. But it's been a journey, and like I said during the July 12th screening in New York City, down in Astoria, it really was a collaborative effort of like really, really talented performers that were able to deal with actors like me and lesser known, and we had to keep up with them. It was, it was a huge learning experience. And, we've been on, some network TV and stuff, nothing major, but this is a huge catapult for us and for the fans of Stranded Warrior, because you have Jimmy Schertz, Anthony Cangiano, Peter Jacoumis, you Pete, Peter and Chris are in the second one. Krista Petridou, she's in the second one as well. Diana, did I mention Diana Durango, the lead the female lead in Once a Week for Life, who's a tremendous performer. She was great in Stranded Warrior, right? She looked so evil.
Oh yeah.
Watch her in Once a Week for Life to see what kind of talented and versatile actress she is. Luckily, we were able to get, after coming back from the American film market in Los Angeles, we already had made a preliminary deal with Stonecutter Media Limited here in New York. And they have the connections to get our film distributed to these platforms. And after it goes international, like I say, about 3 weeks or a month after, it'll hit 42 Latin American speaking countries, and it'll be in Spanish. Let's see if everything turns out well. So I'm here if you guys have questions, and I wanted to wear my jacket tonight. So proud to be able to fit in it. Damn, it looks good on me, huh?
Absolutely. Captain Martin in the house. John.
That's right, the fans fuel the fleet.
That's right. That's right. So you know what? I just want to quickly ask you to give us a little synopsis of what is Once a Week for Life. Tell us what that is. Because we've talked about it, but now you're here. You star, you direct, you wrote. Tell us what it is, and how did this come about? How did you dream it up? But give us a synopsis.
Well, I just want to for the record to say this is my first official public, not closed, let's say on a Zoom interview that I permitted people to do on me regarding Once a Week for Life. I always said to people, I've been putting up the poster, and the soundtrack's coming out also hitting April 14th. There's 25 tracks on it. Very talented actors, performers, singers, musicians. That when I decided to come out and start speaking about it, I said that I would not have anything to say until I had something to show. And you can feel free to show the trailer if you can get it up. But and it's a rated PG trailer. And if you need me to send you the link for that, that's fine too, if we're technically able to do that. But
Yeah, we can. Stand by.
do you have the link, Chris?
It's on your
Don't show the
Facebook
rated
page,
R
right?
trailer. We're going to get kicked off of Facebook and everywhere else.
You better send me the other correct one then, just in case.
Yeah, just in case. I accidentally tried to put up something to send to somebody, and they're like, "What's this?" And I was like, "It's the movie." And the interesting thing is, let's make sure this is it. Yeah, this is it. Hold on. This is the first time it's being broadcast anywhere, so it will be on commercials and stuff going nationally in the top 10 parts of the country. But I'm multitasking here.
Yeah, no
All
problem.
right. Chris, I'm going to send it to your messenger, yeah?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. Interfleet's fine?
Yeah, I can switch over. Semper Gumby. Always flexible.
All right.
Hold on.
So while you do that, George, this is going to be great. And thank you for the exclusive. We have another, we'll have other interviews with you as well to kind of, bring us up to speed on the post release of Once a Week. And then at some point around that, I guess, yeah, post Once a Week gets released, you come back, and then we can then catch up with the Stranded Warrior because we haven't had a chance. Busy schedule that you have. I mean, this is a priority, but we also had a great time filming the Stranded Warrior, and we want to have you come back maybe with Diana Durango and talk a little bit, reminisce a little bit about that as well. But this is big, George, and we're grateful that we were a part of, making this happen. And we look forward to. I will be there for the record. I'll be at Belmore in Long Island on April 10th. So that's a theatrical release, a limited theatrical release in movie theaters on the East Coast, and that's one of the dates. I will be there with you, and we will have a small, red carpet for those that are going to show up. So please, if you're there, get yourself a ticket. Come on down, myself and George Zouvelos and.
All right, ready whenever you are.
All right, cool. Go ahead, go for it.
What was that? Huh?
It's about this Lieutenant Galanis.
A modern-day Achilles tumbles through his merciless life while balancing on a razor's edge.
Can we just relax now? As you were saying.
Of course I made his envelope heavy. This guy's kind of ornery.
There's no need to hide from the big bad wolf, Father.
I don't want this guy anywhere near my family.
It's not even a hello all night.
If Galanis were dead, he'd still be no good.
I didn't do anything wrong.
He's gonna psych evaluate you off the job first chance he gets.
Well, for what? It's illegal for us to come with unfounded conclusions. That's right.
Remember me now, you motherfucker!
And I don't care.
Hannah! No! Hannah! No!
What did you just say?
You're my reliable informant, right?
I looked at him. I stared at him.
Eve?
Yeah.
My name's Adam.
Just take it away.
You're married, Rekaiduri? Wait a minute. My son a nutcase?
Are you okay?
Why do you ask?
The blood on your hands and the face.
Ah! I cut myself shaving.
Oh, it's all over but the crying.
Excellent, excellent, and that's the trailer, official trailer for the first installment. It's a trilogy, correct? the first two are done, and then at some point
Well,
the third will
it
be
ended up
shot.
being, it ended up being, we had one script. We decided to cut the script. Um, we filmed, and it was too big to have as one film. So we decided to use atmospherics and other things. There's no AI in this film at all. Uh, so that would have made things a lot easier, but you know, we like to use flesh and blood actors, right? And the idea is the first one's coming out. The second one, God only knows, it's finished. It's wrapped. It's picture locked, color mastered, color corrected, sound mastered, and we haven't decided how we're going to distribute that yet. And but when you go to get tickets for Belmore, it's the one on 222 Petite Avenue. It's called the Belmore Movies and the Playhouse. It's you go to Fandango to get those tickets, and we expect a nice showing. Officially, although the film might be playing elsewhere, the Belmore Theater, it's what they call the legal theatrical. It's the first time that it's being, for purposes unknown to me still, it has to have one, and with tickets sold. So the tickets are being sold on Fandango, and Fandango reports earnings and stuff to IMDb and other sources that, yeah, there were public tickets. It wasn't all his family came in to eat for free kind of thing. If July 12th tells you anything, the kind of support we've had, we had standing room only during this private screening we had with the industry colleagues, the actors. We had almost every actor at that, and we had actors that came in from Nebraska. Jessica Johnson did. Marsha Pizzo came in from San Francisco. The people that couldn't come in was John Capellos, who was busy filming because he was from the Breakfast Club. We had a Breakfast Club reunion down in the Carolinas, and Danny Roebuck was out in Arizona filming. But we were a full bullpen of actors. That the important thing is nobody had the full script, right? So the actors in one scene didn't really know what the actors in another scene did. They didn't know how the whole story went. And that was to keep an intrigue. In fact, even though everybody's seen, not everybody, but the actors have seen the second film, they still haven't seen the second film. Because there's an Easter egg to that one too.
Nice.
So, yeah, and it's all about the audience. If the audience likes it, doesn't make a difference what we think and what we say. The music was done up in Band Cave Studio up in Milford. My friend Steven Johnson and his wife, Irene, have a great little setup with Band Cave. We brought in, because the music is curated for the film, right? For both films. And if it wasn't we have about 95% of the music belongs to George Zouvelos Fiat Lux for this film, including tracks that were given generously by Sonny Rose, great vocalist, performer out in Vegas. We have some of the older songs in there. We used a band called Cooked Out. That's John Fiore's son with the song Classic. You'll see 95% of the songs on the soundtrack, the ones that we can legally use and we either own or created. You have people up in Connecticut like Tom Tambis and Rick Giordano. Richard Giordano's daughter, 13 years old at the time, she drew the credit sequences to the film. You're like, okay, so a 13-year-old used crayons and did it. No, it was not. Josie is a very gifted artist, and she took slides from the film and she did to them what her grandfather did. Her grandfather was Dick Giordano, the executive editor of DC Comics, who penned Batman, Red Goblin, Green Goblin, Wonder Woman. So fandom needs to be activated on that end, because if anything, we want to integrate the younger generation and get them notoriety. Because we're doing our films and stuff, but we're using the talents of others, right? So our editor Bill Galatis, he took so many things, and our colorists and cinematographers from from uh, Pedro Pimentel, the Ioannis Koutalis, and Joe McGee had helped us out in the beginning, and George Midas also came in when we needed him at a pinch. And we had 5 different camera teams that were working in tandem to get so much in such a short period of time, because you only have so much budget. And these actors are only available, especially ones that you've seen in Academy Award winning films and Emmy Award winning TV programs, only for a certain period of time. And some of the actors like Armin and Dick Grant Tulane, Daniel Roebuck and John Capellos, John Fiore, who have been in much more notable productions, accomplished platforms, movies and Emmy Award-winning television. They were acted like almost without even asked to, like mentors, like they led the charge. And I think it's commendable to see these seasoned actors. And I can tell you, the actors all hit it out of the ballpark, or the scene didn't make it into the film. There was one actor which I really enjoyed watching, was Bruce Sosia. Bruce Buster Sosia. The guy looks mean as a rabid dog. But you know what? When he's not acting, he's smiling. That kind of thing. And
cool.
The actors, the chemistry amongst us was good. And I wish that everybody can make it to all the screenings, and people can recognize each individual actor and every crew member and musician for the actual confluence of talent that occurred in order to make this Once a Week for Life 2 parts of the 3-part trilogy happen. And I'm excited for people to see it. So it'll be available to rent and buy on Apple TV, like I said earlier, Amazon Prime, and your favorite cable channels. And you can come out and see us in Belmore, like I said. Fandango tickets on April 10th, 11th, and 12th. March 5th and 6th up in Southbury, and down in Oaks, Pennsylvania on March 20th to the April 13th.
Oh, George, fantastic. Break a leg. We're looking forward to the premiere. I will join you, like I said, in Belmore, Long Island on April 10th. And I'll be getting tickets for on Fandango for some of the people that I'm bringing from Manhattan to come and see it as well. And then it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And when it streams, it's another whole other premiere thing. It's a major accomplishments. Congratulations. Please come back again soon, and we'll talk more. And it'll be interesting because today, when this is going out live, this show, it has not released. When you come back, it'll be post-release of Once a Week for Life, and it'll be a different spin. And then again, at some point, we'll bring you back and we'll talk about The Stranded Warrior, the little movie, the fan film that could. We've won 24 awards so far for that, and you're the star. So thank you for taking the time out and doing that. We had a great time, and we wish you upwards and onwards and continued success, George. Thank you for believing in us and having us a part of this major accomplishment.
Thank you for giving us all the opportunity to do that, because I know that the team behind it, Interfleet, and our friends everywhere, people here on screen and people behind the scenes, did a tremendous job trying to piece it all together. It's not easy. If you make films at the feature film level and you can't monetize them, it's a hobby. But when you're a hobbyist that's a fan, it's a labor of love.
Yep.
And that's what The Stranded Warrior was.
Good work.
100%.
I like it.
Absolutely.
Fans fuel the fleet.
Fans fuel the fleet. Thank you, George. Looking forward
Cheers,
to
guys.
seeing you again.
Thank
All
you,
the
guys.
best.
Thanks.
Yep.
God bless.
Take care.
Oh boy. Wait till we see our characters.
Oh yeah.
Because we have bit parts in we have dialogue, but we're in somewhere in there. We are in there. and I worked as a production manager on part of the film as well. And so looking forward to that, guys. So that's Captain Martin, Mr. George
Yeah.
Zouvelos, filmmaker, director, writer, award winner.
Pete's
And
not going to want to hear me say this, but maybe someday we'll make part 2 to that. But anyways. We do have it written. It's written out.
oh, it sure is. It definitely is. And I'll tell you right now, I can tell you George Zouvelos has asked multiple times. So we have some other projects in the mix that we'd like to do first.
Oh, of course.
So it's going to take us a little bit, but
But
they're never say never.
I
Never
think
say
when
never.
we do finally release publicly Stranded Warrior, we could have each one of the actors come on and talk through
It
over
would be
top
great.
of the kind of like a director's cut where, hey, well, here's your scene. What were you thinking at this time? How,
Oh, it would be great. It
Did
would
you-
be.
When was this written?
Well, I'll tell you what. In the meantime, let's get John One, who's been patiently waiting in the green
He's
room.
not patiently waiting over there. He's just extremely impatiently waiting. I can tell.
Not true. Not true. Not true.
Give me
However,
a second. I
we
gotta straighten
we
him
have
up. He's off the side a little bit.
we're gonna yes we have John's got a great review for us, and we'll talk a little bit with him, and then of course we want to talk about an acquisition that I made. So when John does his segment, I want to share something that I acquired, which will lead us then hopefully into Factory Entertainment, and
One
we have a
second.
list.
Let me fix him up a little bit. He's just a
Cool. All right, we got a list from Factory Entertainment,
You're fine.
guys.
Don't move. You move.
Who's moving? You're moving.
John's
You're moving. We have a list from Factory Entertainment, and we're gonna add to it with some of our stuff that we're hoping to see for another wave. So, John, pretty cool, huh? What do you think?
Oh yeah, very happy with Factory Entertainment. I'm looking forward to getting my stuff.
Oh yeah.
The Viper was great. I remember I texted you. I'm like, it's your remote control. It lights up.
Yeah, that's right.
I just can't believe the size of it. That's what.
It fits. It
It's
fits the
damn
actual figures.
huge.
A lot of people asking about it, and yes, it actually will fit. I mean, Barry was on; he talked about it, right? And we'll tell you what was shared with us direct from Factory Entertainment. We have an exclusive that'll be following your presentation, your segment, John, and we'll talk a little bit about what they have a list. We have a list to share of possible what they think we might want to see. I have my own preferences.
They're very excited, by the way.
I have
Yes.
mine.
Yeah. So we'll share that. John, I think Chris, if you're ready, maybe John will take off.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to take
I'm just
off,
enjoying
but I
my
mean, he's
beer.
ready to work.
So,
What you got?
it's,
Oh, that's interesting.
Superhero Sidekicks beer from
Nice.
Kings County Brewers.
What?
Excellent.
That's cool.
Very cool.
And what is it? What is it? A pale ale? Is it a lager?
ale.
Is it a?
Yeah, it's a little pale ale here, so it looks pretty good.
There you go.
So it's got little superheroes on it, so
There you go. That's
guys
good,
that
good
move
view.
Cool.
comics, it's not bad. So I thought I got scared for a minute there. I was looking at the little design here. I'm like, is that that's gonna come up positive on my P test? Then I found out that it was something else. It was
So he's got to be careful, man. About those gummies.
Nowadays, you
Gummies,
never know.
man.
It is. Yeah, baby. And we're ready to roll.
All right, guys. All right. So I'm very excited about Factory. I'm like, I'm telling my wife I'm sending her pictures. And like, stop sending to me. I get the hint. And I'm looking forward to seeing Once a Week for Life. What they film that in Brooklyn, in Queens, or you filmed that in
Yes.
Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, we filmed mostly a lot. Queens, Staten Island. There's a
Name of that
lot of
restaurant?
locations. Oh, there was a lot of places
That
though. The
restaurant was
diner,
amazing.
the
The
diner.
diner.
We filmed the diner. Yeah, it was all over, man. It was great stuff.
Diner had good food.
Nothing like New York. All right. Well, everyone, I got a nice mix of news for you all. After debuting last year, Hulu's Paradise is back for season 2. That'll be coming on February 23rd. This was about a Secret Service agent who finds the end of the world, and he goes to the president, lives in a bunker. Then someone kills the president. He figures it out. All the while, he left his family outside. So this season, he's going to get out of the bunker and try to find his family. So we'll see what happens to that major event. Looks pretty cool. Good acting, good cast. So I'm looking forward to that. So we'll see what happens. And let's see. And then first 3 episodes will be on Hulu, so you can just watch 3 episodes and wait for every week. So I'm looking forward to that. So it's been 2 years since Monarch came out. It came out on Apple Plus, so someone argued it's the reason I got Apple. And I will tell you that you're right. But it's so much more. So many more good sci-fi shows coming on, and new seasons coming up, a couple more episodes. So that's good, pretty good. And that'll be coming on Apple Plus on February 22nd. That's pretty good beer. It's really kicking in. So we will have a Godzilla, King Kong, and they'll be joining him in a fight against a new dinosaur. Looks like a big monster, like a big Monster Rex, but we'll see.
Arnie.
And it'll also be connected to the new MonsterVerse movie, Godzilla and Kong, Supernova. That'll be in March 2027. All the original cast are coming, and it's a really good sci-fi series. And even if it's you're into sci-fi, Kurt Russell's in it, and everything is in it is pretty good. So I just watched Bone Tomahawk for the last time for the first time.
I love that movie.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty interesting. He should have got an award for that. So, but a really good Western. And I'm happy glad his character survived. He's back. So we'll see when it comes out next week. And hopefully it's all monsters. So I'm looking forward to it. So another action sci-fi I look for will be War Machine, coming out on Netflix March 6th. So strap on your gear, put your helmet on, and this will be about a bunch of recruits coming out of Ranger training. So I guess they go out on their last detail to train, and they come against a machine, an alien machine that starts killing them. So they have to try to survive. The guy from Reacher's in it. A couple good actors are in it. Jai Stevens in it. So it looks like a really fun movie. And that'll be out on March 6th on Netflix. So another video game to series is in development, HBO. This one will be cool to see. So, not my screen. Hit the small screen. Baldur's Gate, the popular Baldur's Gate game. That's going to come to HBO series. It's set in the Dungeons and Dragons Forgotten Realms universe. I'd like to have someone explain that to me because I haven't been up to my D&D. So, but it's a very popular game. Where I stand, as voice actors are at the cons, so it's up to the third game already. So, but this should be out sometime next year or 2 years from now. But hopefully they'll develop the series, and we'll see what happens. DC is doing some good movies. Supergirl's coming out this summer, but they also have really good animated movies, which were always great. I just saw Aztec Batman. I'd like to see mediocre modelers take on that series if we saw it. So I'm still in the gate. But we have 2 animated shows coming out. The second season of Batman Cape Crusader on Amazon. And this one I'm surprised to see is Nightfall. It's the one with Bane. So that'd be good. But those 2 movies are going to come out in animated movies this year, sometime this year. We don't know yet, but I'll let you know when it comes out. And also, I'm a big Wolverine fan. He's the best there is. Hugh Jackman stated that he's open to playing Wolverine. Again, I hope so. Maybe we'll see him in the new Doomsday
Nobody else
movie.
can play Wolverine. Sorry.
No, that was a role made for
good.
him. Well, maybe Henry Cavill. I'm seeing that.
Yeah.
He might be pretty good at it. I don't know, but sorry, but you're always a Wolverine. So I even teared up at the end of Logan. He was so good. That never happens. I've been teased for it ever since. So good news, everyone. Fallout is planned to run for at least 6 more seasons, which is good.
Holy crap!
So good series. It's ended, but it's gonna be a long-running season to look forward to on Amazon. And more and more people are watching it. My mother just got done watching it, so she enjoys it. And DC's Clayface movie has been delayed to October 26th. That's okay. A couple months I don't mind waiting instead of years for some movies. But that'll be out in October. And also, DC is killing the comic book world with their Absolute series. Scott Snyder teases a cover that could change everything. I got a few variant covers that I've locked away. I'm not going to tell anybody. And so I will tell you what to look for. It will be issue 20 of Absolute Batman. It's going to be a hint for Absolute Robin coming out of the cover. So if you see Absolute 20 Batman, grab it. It's going to be might be worth some money. So I'm told. So good luck getting one. I'm happy for my pull list. Tales from the Crypt. We'll be back with all new episodes October 25th. Remember that series with the Crypt Keeper? And some episodes were scary, some pretty funny. So hopefully they'll have the same voice that does it. I hear he will be coming back as a Crypt Keeper, so we'll see. All new episodes October 25th on HBO. Perfect season to bring it back in. So Spider-Man Noir looks like a fun series to watch. Nick Cage, some interesting bad guys. I had the release date. Episode 1 will release on MGM Plus May 25th. And then all eight episodes will release on May 27th on Amazon. And also you can pick, me and Dave were talking about, also you can pick what you want to see. You want to see it in color or you want to see it in black and white. So I want to see it in black and white. And then if I like it, I'll see it in color. So we'll see. I'm going to see both episodes. So that's going to be very cool. So next week I'll be at ZoloCon, King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. This is a retro toy collector con. Some really good companies. Four Horsemen, Corsair, Operation Monster Force, Skeletron, a lot of good stuff. Cenozoic. My son likes the Cenozoic dinosaurs. So we'll be there. So he got A's, so he gets to go. And the comic books issue today, I got this one. Finally got it. Moon Knight #1.
Ooh.
That's really cool. And 1776, some of the Avengers and X-Men go back to the Revolutionary War and try to fight the British. So I'm looking forward to reading that.
That's cool.
And that's it for everybody. Everyone have a good week. Lola, your stuff's going to be in the mail tomorrow. And hopefully get me Dirk on the show. Okay, everybody, have a good night.
Oh, John, it's cool, man. I'm looking forward to Paradise 2 and Monarch as well. Yes. So those shows are something else. Don't forget to take a look at the comments because you got a bunch of our family putting up stuff and
good comments.
Yeah, they're good. They're always good, man. They're always good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to all that stuff that you put up. It's just incredible. And you're gonna keep me in the loop because you're gonna go to the non-sports card show. So
in Philly?
In Philly. Maybe we'll try to hook up. That'll be really fun. But there's a lot of good stuff happening, and John, again, thanks for taking care of business. Stay tuned for more people that want to come on. I've been talking to a couple of others that have reached out. So Steve Donoso, editor and publisher of the Shadowed Circle. There's a new one that's coming out. There's a new compendium. So we're gonna have him come on soon, and he's got another Kickstarter coming up. I've contributed as a writer to the new compendium. It's the 95th anniversary, I think, of the Shadow to be exact. And so we'll have him on. I'll give you some info. Maybe you reach out to him. I know he wants to come on, and a few others. So thanks for doing a great job, John.
Wow, 95 years, Shadow, yeah. It's come up with 31.
It's been around, man. It's been around. Oh yeah, it's been around. So it's time for another hopefully even better movie than the one. There was that good Shadow movie, but it's time to kick it up.
Better, yeah, I agree with it.
Baldwin was good.
Yeah,
Baldwin was good, but you know what? I think it's time to go to the next level. But so that's where we're at with that. And then stay tuned, John, because we're gonna read off a list that Factory Entertainment came up with and sent us. But there's one thing that I picked up just in the last couple of days that is Battlestar Galactica adjacent. And I have a very strong connection to it, and I know that a lot of the fans that grew up with the original Battlestar Galactica did as well, and it's all linked to our fandom and our love for old time TV and of course Battlestar. But Tipsy, if you have that picture of the poster that I got,
no,
there
I sure
you go,
don't.
guys.
I don't know where it's at.
I never ever saw a poster. Wow. Other than in a magazine, right? Typically Starlog magazine had this ad. Of course, it doesn't say anything about Battlestar Galactica because it was an unlicensed jacket. But here is an ad poster. It's like 24 by 36. I am the proud owner. When I get it, I'll take pictures and put it up with my jacket because I still have my jacket when I got it as a kid. So I know that a lot of the fans did get jackets, and I think it's kind of cool. I never ever saw the ad as a poster, and so now I got one. I can't believe they even made those. So there you go, guys. But that's that I thought, but yeah, I thought it might be a cool lead into, the collectibles and the fact that we own a lot of stuff, and that Factory Entertainment is now getting ready for a wave 2 of the action figures, the 3.75-inch, figures. So I don't know, Tipsy.
What people
Yeah.
I got mine, but
Well, I'll tell you, we were given a list of what they're looking at, and we want to hopefully have everybody out there chime in. What would you be looking for, John, if you got a chance? What would you say is on your list that you'd like to see as a wave 2?
I want to see Baltar. I
Mm.
want to see Ty. I want to see and it was Lucifer on the list? And not that I remember was he on the list, Lucifer?
Lucifer. It's on there. Yes, as a matter of fact, Lucifer is on the they put together a loose list, is what they told us, right? And said, hey, look, this is something that we have in mind, but some of our choices might coincide and some of them might not. I have a couple of so all right, so there's some good choices, guys. There's going to be a poll that Factory Entertainment's going to put out, and we're going to put out our own as well. And I'm hoping that some of you out there right now is the good time to put up what you guys want to see in the next wave of Factory Entertainment figures, right? The action figures, the Battlestar Galactica classic figures.
Because they're listening. They are listening.
They are.
It's a nice list. Ovian.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you my 6 are Adama, Ty, Athena, Spectre, Ibli, and Boltar.
Oh.
Ibli, right?
Yeah.
Ibli's cool. So I
would have never thought Paul wanted to see Commander Kane. I couldn't.
Lola, I have
Rigel. I
okay, yeah, Rigel would be good too. But it's if we got 3 of the bridge, right, it would be Adama, Ty, and Athena. I thought packaging those 3, and then my 3, bad guys, Spectre, Ibli, Boltar. I thought that would be, that would be cool. And then if we, and then I know, wave 3 would be something else. But if I could get those 6, now I'd be like, yeah.
I guarantee Chris Marshall wants leader.
Yeah, he wants Eastern Alliance. Of course he does. That's cool. All right, you can put him on the list. But so I don't know, Chris, can you come on and maybe it'll be.
Are we doing it now? I thought we were waiting for her.
Yeah.
That introduction was great. Eastern Alliance was great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. It was cool. So yeah, you want to?
Good job.
Chris,
give me a
come
second.
on.
Give me a second. I'm
Okay.
looking up my
we want to.
dream
And then
list I put together. I have to have.
Okay, because we have. I'm going
wrote
to read
it.
off. I'll read off the list that they gave. That they're going to be putting out, and then we'll make the announcement on what they told us in terms of wave 1. And oh look, Paul says Commander Kane says Cassiopeia Bree, Borellian Noman, Ken. That's a good one. Okay. Lola, of course, Apollo Starbuck Boomer, which is already in the first wave, and then what was the other ones? Adama Sheba, yes. Okay, yeah. Of course, Adama Sheba, yeah. What else? Somebody else just put something up. Who popped on? Paul says Serena with IFB microphone. Imagine that. That would be pretty damn cool. Okay, James. So James, Adama, Cassie, Jolly, Kane, Baltar, and Serena. Interesting. Good choice. Good choices. All right, I read Ken's. Oh, Erica Persiani. She says Boxy. All right. Okay. And Sheba. Yes. Of course, there should be a Kane. Rigel though. Ken Rigel. That's a good choice. I like that one. Very good. So, I'm waiting for.
I've got something else that popped up. I've got the. Did you see the thing he sent us?
Lola said Apollo, Starbuck, Boomer, Adama, and Sheba.
Yes.
Did you see the white box in the email?
Serena with IFB
you
microphone.
Didn't see the white box in the email? The one he sent.
No,
us.
I haven't. No, I have not. But
You
if
didn't
you
look at
come
the
on,
email.
if you come on, we'll
No,
do
no,
the
no,
list.
no, no, no.
What?
Did you not see it?
No, I did not.
I'm looking to make sure we're allowed to release it. Hang on.
Okay, because I know
Give
that
me a second.
we have the list. We have
We
the
have the
list
list, and then right below the list, he
I did
gave
not
us
see
a
it.
picture
I did not see the picture.
that really needs to go up after the show is over here.
Well, I saw the list. I hyper focused on it, and then I thought of like, what would I want if I got a choice? I was like, oh, let me think, and I was like, Adama, Ty, Athena, Spectre, Ibli, and Boltar. Those are my choices. If I, that's what I want, and so we wanted to share the exclusive feedback that Factory Entertainment shared with IFB regarding the first wave of Battlestar Galactica collectibles that they put out, and the future, and the list that they gave us. And I didn't. I obviously missed the fact that they sent some type of an image. So, full disclosure, everyone, Factory Entertainment has been sharing various images with us behind the scenes.
Tomorrow
Much of
morning
it,
at 7 a.m., the enclosed picture
a lot
will
of
be
it,
going live on our website.
we're not allowed
based
to share yet. There's a
it.
disclosure.
I didn't read much after the list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
if you scroll down after the list,
No,
there's
I
a
was too busy.
box with a certain
No.
group of individuals on it.
No, did not see it. I did
Oh
not
my
see
God.
it. So can we
I
show it or not?
I'll read the sentence. You tell me if I can. I says published. Okay, so published December ship date is padded. They're with all they're saying December for all the shipping, but they're hoping for August. So there's some news. August should be the ship date for the stuff. If unless all else fails, it will be December. So everybody who ordered, expect in August. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., the enclosed, which is this picture I'm looking at, will be live on our website based on customer demand for it. It will be exclusive to our website only. That means, I guess, the sale is exclusive. The picture is not.
So it's not available yet.
Not available, but the picture, we have it.
Yes, but we can't if they're
It
not
doesn't say we
releasing.
can't.
Well, I don't know, man. Let's see. I got a message from Jim Klubner. I would like to see them put out the AB Cylon Raider from 1980.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Oh boy. Okay. The
All right, I'll
advanced.
keep looking at this, and I'll see if I can get a hold of Barry while we're talking tonight. But
All right. So you do that. Do you want me to put up the list? Do you want me to talk about the list then?
yeah, we can talk a list. I can. Do you have a list? We should have really made a PowerPoint slide for that.
I have a list. I got the list. I'm
Okay,
I
you
can.
got the
I'm going to
list?
read it
Okay.
out.
All right,
I'm
you
going to
got
read it
the-
out.
Go ahead and read it out.
Okay.
John,
All right,
you
guys.
got time, or you need to take off?
No, I'm good. I'm good. If you guys, I'm here as long as you want.
All right. So we have our other guest is in the green room. So I want to make sure we cover this because we promised the
Respect this
fans.
time. Yep.
All right. So here is the list from Factory Entertainment. This is a
Draft.
It is draft. It is a draft list. Okay, guys. This is a draft list, and this is what they wanted us. They told us they wanted us to announce this, share this, and get your feedback. So
Good to hear it.
possible figures. You ready? So number 1, Commander Adama, Captain Apollo in ceremonial outfit, Lord Boltar, Ovion, Daggett, Muffet 2, and Boxy as a 2-pack, Lieutenant Starbuck, ceremonial outfit, Colonel Ty, Abore, Lieutenant Athena, Serena, Lucifer, Flight Sergeant Jolly, Lieutenant Zach Adama, and others, please list. So this is going to be part of a poll that they're going to take. We're going to put up our own. I'm pushing for Spectre and Ibli. I would love to see those added to a list. And then I'm picking, I'm going to vote for Adama, Ty, Athena, and Spectre, Ibli, Boltar. Those are my choices, guys. You guys are putting up what you want. You need to know that Factory Entertainment is following us. They're gonna come back on. They're interacting with us. We're getting exclusive information directly from Factory Entertainment. So Barry is, we're exchanging info on a regular basis, and so they're listening to us. So this is our opportunity to fulfill our wish list of figures that we never got. Here it is, and these are the sets. I think the prices are very competitive. Some of the fans, John, believe it or not, have mentioned that they're expensive and they're this and they're that. And I went
30
on.
bucks a piece is pretty darn good.
30 bucks a piece is basically the prices a lot of these figures are going. Operation Monster 4 Horsemen, $30,
Right.
$40 a piece.
Right.
So
How do you if you go looking for any of the older any of the older figures, they're way more. They're 35 and above and
You
$60
can't touch
and $70.
Lucifer for under $100.
Right. So, and the other thing is chromed. They want them chromed. Some of the fans want them chromed. So that obviously would be a consideration. Maybe they'll put them out as a special. I know that's what Tipsy mentioned. Something.
Yeah, you
about,
want to hear my list? Here we go.
Yeah, of course.
So here we go. So here's my list. Of course, my 2 cents. They have a baddies collection. So they've been putting them out in a series of 5 or 4. I can't remember. Is it 4 or 5? I think it's 4. And so my first one that would come out would be Baltar, Ibli, the Imperious Leader, and Lucifer. That's the baddies collection.
I was gonna say Imperious Leader, and then I was like, nah, I'd rather see Ibli before. But the Imperious Leader of the Universal Studio ride. That Imperious Leader, I like that guy. The way his face was. That's the one I want to see.
I like that one. So then after that one, also I would recommend to them as special edition, limited edition, chrome
figures. They're going to be super expensive.
So they'll be more expensive, but they'll be limited edition. I also suggested that they do a limited edition Red Eye.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like with the dents.
That would be really, really, really cool.
Edition Red Eye.
Yeah. Red Eye. So they're limited edition Red Eye. So that's my baddies collection. I think Ladies of Galactica, I would do Serena, Athena, Cassiopeia, and Rigel. And I would have a special edition on that where they're wearing the pressure suits.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now. All right. I'll tell you, Mike DeBrune says he wants the Georgia Z-Man. He wants Captain Martin. That's a good one.
That'd be fun
That's
to
a
make.
good one.
You have to order 10,000 of them, though.
Erica says, I got my Joy,
Joyride?
Yeah, Joyride. The Apollo was 40 and her Cylon was like $85.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, listen, guys.
I'm not done yet. You just stop.
Oh, you're not? How many more you want, man? Holy mackerel.
No, that was Ladies of Galactica collection. That's my 2. So I got baddies,
Oh,
Ladies of Galactica.
we're going to be here all night.
The next ship that they should make, it's going to be expensive. It's got to be a Cylon Raider that seats 3 of the figures.
That's excessive. That's going to be huge.
But that's the way it works.
Gigantic.
It's going to have to be big and gigantic. So that's a dream.
Oh yeah, that's
a background
the size
group.
of a Millennium Falcon that they made.
Yep.
I
think they should do the next one. They should do is a background group. And when I say background actor group, it would be Jolly, Bo J, and Commander Kane. That'll sell that group.
Oh my God.
That was during the. They were, Bo J was part of that.
Bo J,
Commander
yeah,
Kane.
yeah.
Yep.
Bo J
So they would
figure,
all-
baby.
they'd
Let's
be
go
all there.
for Bo J.
Yep. And then I want the command deck group, and that command deck group is going to be. I think you said 3. I would go with 3, but I would go with 2. I would just have a command deck group that had a special packaging that had the star map in the back, the big lighted star map.
Yeah.
And that would have Ty and Adama. But I could see Athena in there too. And then a land ram would be great.
Yeah. A land ram, but how big is it going to be, man? It's going to be not this big. It's going to be
Gonna
like
have to be it has to fit, so it'll be big. And then And then their next big ticket, limited edition, big ticket item, just like their blaster, is of course a head of Lucifer.
Yeah,
It has
that's
the
cool.
eyes and the mouth and has some audio to it.
Dave says
they would sell
Stringy,
that one just as better. I think that would sell better than the blaster, because everybody says I can print the blaster. I can print the blaster. There's not a lot of people printing Lucifer with
Lucifer. That would be cool.
with a clear dome and everything else. That's
Yeah.
Mike DeBruin says the black stealth raid suits.
Yep, that would be a special edition. That was another
Special edition.
That's coming on down my.
We even have one as the prisoners from Ice.
And then of course
Planet Zero, the Rogues.
Yep. And then
that would be a good special edition.
Oh yeah.
It'd be easy to make because they're all the same.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Theta life forms.
So guys, we need
and then,
to.
Then you have to have the play set. You have to have the white, like just like we did with Star Wars. You had the Ice Planet play set with the big blaster thing where the guy sat in it. In this case, we'd have the Ice Planet play set with the Ravachol pulsar cannon.
So we're gonna set up our own poll, and just like we did, in the past for other things. So all you guys, please make sure that you keep watching IFB, our Facebook page, and we will definitely have a poll set up, and it'll be like one of those other, right? So we're gonna put up what the list that they give us, and then in the other, start putting in what you want, because I know what I want. I want Ibley, and I mean some of these Lieutenant Bojay. What the heck, man? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So there you go. I know Chris Marshall, you want Eastern Alliance figures, so there's your chance.
Yeah, we just have to buy for the Eastern Alliance figures. You would just have to buy the Spaceballs one and just paint the helmet black. There you go. You got the space. You got them.
Yeah, Jim Klubna says, and maybe those motorcycles from the 1980. We'll see about those. We'll see about those. Put them on the list. But anyway, John, thanks. Thanks for everything. Look forward to your next segment, and keep in touch. We have a lot more to do, and there's so much work that John does behind the scenes. Thank you very, very much. Here's to you, John.
Thanks, guys. Sir. Thanks for your fleet. You guys got some good guests coming. So good show.
And that's thanks to you, sir.
So it's time. We in the green room. We have our next guest, filmmaker, director, and I got to meet him in person at Shockfest Film Festival in Vegas, and we didn't get to talk very much because it was at the award ceremony. So he actually won for best film in show, and I was happy because Tower Protocol Resurrection, we won for best sci-fi film, and Joe's film won for best in show. He's got a great story behind his struggles as a filmmaker, and his triumphs, his outstanding triumphs, and all the projects he has out there. And I think there's something to be learned for perseverance and just staying in the fight. So we were lucky enough to have him come on and talk to us a little bit about his career. Joe, thank you so much for taking the time out. Welcome to IFB. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm good. How are you?
I am well. We're keeping our childhood dreams alive here on IFB, and bringing people like yourself, filmmakers that are here and now and into the future. But I was touched listening to the presentation at Shockfest, and it was a little bit about how sometimes things just seem too much, too great, and you had contemplating just maybe walking away from it. It had gotten really difficult, and instead you didn't, and you've turned this love of film into a success, and congratulations for that.
Thank
But
you. Thank you.
share with our fans. Tell the fans more about your background and your company and your films, please.
Yeah, so I've first and foremost, I'm a director. I'm a film director. Um, coming into the indie film industry, you kind of start putting on and wearing different hats. That's just something that comes with the territory. So it went from director to editor, VFX, all that stuff, costume designing, all that I got my hands on. I've been doing it for about, I want to say over 21 years now. I've created throughout the years back home. I'm originally from El Paso, Texas. I was born in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and raised in El Paso. And there I had my family, my friends. We would create short films, and we kind of just use whatever we had, the tools we had there to create. And it would progress from short films to longer short films. Then eventually I moved to Las Vegas, and I did my first feature. And they kind of just started growing from there. Then I met my first investor after my third feature. Then they invested in my first sci-fi action film, The Immortal Wars, and it kind of grew from there. I would do a lot of film festivals and connect with people and producers, actors, different people in different mediums to try to find how to navigate through the industry as an independent artist. And I've been able to, thankfully, been able to create and do what I love to do. But it definitely did come with some hard challenges. So, yeah.
Listen, any type of labor of love like this type of the world, this the film business is a challenge, but you also broke into that the one of the biggest challenges when it comes to filmmaking is what do you do with it and distribution. And so I remember that came up and that you were able to kind of figure out a formula. You were able to get your product out there.
Yeah. No. So like I said, I did a lot of conventions. I haven't done a convention in almost like 2 years now, but I used to do a lot of conventions because I have some published comic books out. The Vanquishers, all that are The Immortal Wars is based on. And through that process of conventions and events like that, I came across a producer who also has a distribution company, and I introduced myself and I kind of networked that way. And that's what led me into the opportunity to be able to create films for that distribution company. So now I exclusively do films for them. And they'll come to me like, hey, we need a film of this, or we need a film like this. Do you have anything? Then I'll go and start to see, yes, we could create this. I'll create this, kind of make it to what's in need of the industry at that point, because it's a constantly evolving industry. Wow. So it's become more of a machine. We call them machine films, aside from my passion projects. And production can get crazy. I will say that the year before last, we shot 7 feature films, which was insane. Yeah. Me and my team call those our machine films. While we're in pre-production of one, we're in post-production of the other. And we have about a 3 to 4 month turnaround time. So it definitely was something that it challenged us, but we were able to get them done. All last year was all post-production for the last couple of films. I was being a little ambitious with the type of films we were doing with the last 2. I did an installment for my franchise, The Immortal Wars, which is a heavy VFX and sci-fi action type of film. And it kind of, the VFX, all that takes a lot of time. So that's why we did have to take some time and focus on that when it comes to the post-production. But wow. I think, I know people maybe think that's crazy, that's insane, you're doing 7 features. But I think when you have a team, my team, we're like a family. We're all there for the same reason. We're all there to dedicate our art in whatever form, if it's an actor, sound, crew member, any little title from production. We all come together, we have fun, we create art, and we love it, and we're having fun. And that's how we're able to keep it going. That's kind of how we've done it the past couple years.
So Joe, just so that everybody that's watching and sees this in the future, this is something that you do full time.
Yes. Yeah, this is my job. This is something that I wake up and fall asleep 24/7. It's filmmaking. I made it my career. It was always a dream of mine. It's a lot of people's dreams to be able to live and survive off of solely just filmmaking. And like I said, it took me a long time to get to that point. Like I said, almost over 21 years, and this has been in the last 4 years is when I've been able to constantly just focus on that 100%. And yeah, it's been fun. I'm definitely thankful and blessed to be able to create and live and survive off of solely my dream, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Okay. So we have standard questions that we like to bring up for people like yourself that are fellow filmmakers.
Okay.
One of them is school. How important is it to go to film school?
Well, I didn't go to a specific film school. I'll be honest. I did go to a community college back home in El Paso. I took the media production technology course program, and I don't want to say school's not important. School is very important. I definitely want to push for school for anyone who wants to be in any type of industry. But when it came to filmmaking, and it may be different now. Yeah, I'm talking about this was back in 2009 when I was in school and college. So I learned more out of school, to be honest. I learned more filmmaking, all the details and all the departments. I learned more hands-on on sets, jumping from set to set. And when I was in school, I was doing more art type of classes. I never touched a video camera.
Oh,
at that point, I was developing film, literally developing film, and yeah, I mean, I learned, but I learned more out of school. Once I was out of school, I learned a lot more.
Okay, but there is a place. There is still a place for.
There definitely is. Yeah, definitely. School will definitely bring you into the connections of different agencies or. What I've learned in this industry, it's really who you know. I've come to realize that you can be the most talented person in the entire world and be phenomenal at what you do, but if you have to be seen by someone or a producer or a distribution company, something, I've come to realize in the last couple of years that it's more the networking, meeting people and showing them what you can do that can elevate your career. And when you go to school, you definitely can get that depending on what program and what school you're going to. Like I said, I went to a community college in my hometown. At that point, there was really no film industry at all. That's actually why I left my hometown. There was nothing. Once I was out of school, I was sitting there like, what do I do with this? I don't know what to do with this here. That's why I ended up leaving my hometown. Now there is, thankfully, a film industry in my hometown. But at that point, there wasn't anything there.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So now the segue, the bridge then is, what do you tell young people, right? So I went to films. I'm actually I'm taking a course now at NYU Tisch, the Business of Entertainment. It's a certification program. But before that, I went to community college, and 20 years ago, I went to School of Visual Arts and took classes on, production and, screenwriting and the like. And I've seen how things change. 20 years is big difference in how, digital media and everything else. I met a lot of people, a lot of, students, obviously a lot younger than myself, Joe, that few of them had fire. Right.
Yeah.
There was only a couple of them that I met out of, the hundreds that go to a school. There were a handful that had fire in the belly, and they were looking, and some of them told me that they were leaving. They were not going to stay in the program, like you were saying, right? That they found that there was not a clear path for them, and that they preferred to get out and work, try to PA in as many projects as possible, because they weren't going on at school. And I was very disappointed because at School of Visual Arts, everybody I met was hungry. Everybody was shooting. Everybody had friends. Everybody had a camera. One guy had the camera. One guy had this. One guy had that. And everybody was writing. And that's how I started, making indie films, was with, my friends from School of Visual Arts. So when I went back to find out, like, what's changed, I was kind of let down. But here we are, right? I mean, I took advantage of meeting people like yourself and making a product that actually got into film festivals. Sometimes I've met along the way, I've met young people, Joe, and the ones that are really looking for it, it's hard to give them advice. What do you say to them?
I mean, I think in this, being a creator in any sense, that fire that you were mentioning has to come from within. And I'm speaking off of personal, obviously, right? Because there's been times where I'm like, let's do this, yes. And then when he came to school, that's what I thought it was going to be. I was going to meet, assemble a crew, and we were going to be able to create and all that. But my school didn't have that when I went. So it goes back to, obviously, what school you go to. But those who are kind of trying to find their way, I think you just got to make your way somehow. You got to find that fire within you to make your path and find your way through the art in this industry specifically. Sorry, it's such that's a big question. I'm trying to think of the best way to say that.
Well, look, I'll bring it home a little bit more. I'll focus in. And today I got a call from a colleague of mine from 20 years ago. And it turns out that he has a daughter, and his daughter has fire. And I spoke to her, and she's in a film program, but she realizes, she's smart enough to realize that, the program is a means to an end, and she's networking. She's doing things with people in and out of school. And, what I told her is that passion has to go with you, and you have to follow that out, and you will, everything is a network, like you said, who you meet, and you got to pursue it, and you got to keep making stuff.
You got to stick to it. Yeah.
So that, I told her, I said, look, I will, introduce you to some of the people that I already know. And I was happy to hear that her parents are willing to help her so that she can, go beyond, like you said, like you had to leave where you were, that, they're willing to help her. If it means that she's going to be on a shoot in New York, that she'd be able to go to New York, that she'll be able to go places so that she can, better herself. And I was happy to hear that. So what do you think of that? Is that kind of like what you would maybe, because eventually you're going to get this, you're going to be asked to mentor, you're going to be asked to give people, words of wisdom, right? Is that on target?
No, I think that definitely is. That's actually almost like my story, what you were saying about your friend's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I think having those individuals and family, people who actually believe and support you to that degree is very, very important. If you don't have that, you got to be even stronger, and you got to even fight even harder, because that has to come in from within yourself.
Absolutely.
I think there's many times where I have that fire, and then I'll go through something, and that fire is almost out, and I sit there, and I have to go back and remind myself, why did I choose to do this? Why did I choose this line of business?
Oh yeah.
Knowing that before even I got into it, it was going to be a very rough industry to navigate through, and hearing that, it makes me happy hearing that she's going to have the parents help her if she has to leave it out. To me, that's awesome, because that's exactly how it was with me. It was the hardest thing ever, trying to leave my family. I had never lived out of my parents' house. I was always with my family, to where I was living in a whole other state, hundreds of miles away, to pursue my dreams. And my parents were like, you are going to do it, and you're not coming home because you're going to stick to it. It definitely helped me. And it's awesome to see that she gets that support, because I think artists need that support. I have a lot of friends and colleagues that have started a project and move forward on something, and something falls apart or things don't go as planned, and they give up and they stop.
That's
and
a shame.
and they don't do it, and you never see the project. It's very sad to see that, but I think it's important to, like I say, somehow find a way, try to find a path, with or without support. If you have it, if you do have it, that's great. If not, you got to figure it out somehow. If you're really passionate and you love it and you don't see anything else aside from this, you have to find that way to do it, to get it done. Because everything will go wrong. I think a lot of people think productions are, there's productions that are good and some are bad. But as far as my experience, every production, something goes wrong. There's always something that doesn't go as planned, or something changes that you as the artist have to take control of it and figure it out, make a way out, and get the project done. So that's kind of the way I move through certain things when it comes to this industry.
Cool. Well, Joe, there's a couple of other there's some questions and comments that are being put up that I have to bring up to you. But before we go there, one of them is SAG. How do you deal with SAG actors? Do you have to, are you getting waivers, or do you actually, don't work with SAG, or how does that play in your stuff?
So it actually depends on the type of project. When it came to like the Immortal Wars, which were bigger budgeted projects, yes, we did deal with SAG. There was a lot of things we had to prepare and get ready. I necessarily didn't do any of that. One of the team members took care of all that. I'll be honest, I really don't know that process myself. That's part of the team that like my AD and those people individually will figure all that out, because I'm so focused on we need to get everything with this project done, production day wise. But when it comes to smaller projects, it's hard to deal with SAG. Not that they're difficult, but it's just there's a process. There is a process when it comes to SAG, that if you don't know all the ins and outs, it can get very tricky, and it can definitely halt production. It definitely changes, the process when you're making a project. I'll use the films like these machine films that I call, these are very fast turnaround production films, to where we are shooting films within less than a week, and we need to shoot these films, get them done, and deliver. To where when you do a week, it's like working with SAG, that can be very difficult. You probably won't be able to do that with SAG actors. It's so, like I said, it kind of goes with it. It depends on the project, the type of project, how big the project is. That's kind of how I've dealt with SAG actors to date. It may change. We have some bigger projects coming up that might change, but as of right now, that's kind of how I've dealt with the whole SAG department.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So we have a question from Mike DeBruin. He says, of the many hats you've worn, which one fits best? Which one is the most rewarding or best represents what you got into the business for?
It had to be directing. Directing has always been the top of everything for me. I just feel the most comfortable directing, if that makes sense. All the other departments, it was because I had to. It was because I had to take on that hat. I'll use the example of the first Immortal Wars. I had a whole VFX team signed on. We were shooting the film, and the film was done and shot, and we was going to post-production. And right when we got into post-production, I've said this story 100 times, but right when we got into production, I lost my VFX team. They got pulled into another project. So now I had a superhero action film with no VFX team signed on anymore.
Wow.
So executives and we all had to come together. I remember that we had a meeting, and they literally turned to me. They're like, "You're the director. How are we fixing this? How are we going to fix this? What are you going to do?" And I freaked out. I was like, in my head, I had to, obviously they're the investors. So you have to keep that, like, I have everything in control where everything's good, So that pressure, and it was like word vomit, honestly. I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do the VFX. And they're like, okay, great. Then we'll see you in a couple months. After that, I went home and I sat there. I was like, what did I do? Like, I literally just threw myself under the bus. And I was, now I have to do VFX, and I have no idea the first thing I how to do VFX. So being the independent artist that I'm always like, you gotta be, I literally went and learned how to do VFX off of tutorials on YouTube. I went on YouTube and I learned how to do VFX.
Yep.
Wow.
Literally. Yes.
Wow.
It taught me all the stuff I had to know with VFX, and I was able to do all the VFX for the film on my own, by myself. And then after that, the sequels came, and the producers were like, well, you know how to do VFX, so you do the VFX in the sequel. Do it for the next one. And it just ended up being that way. But if I didn't have to do VFX, that would be great. I would just like to focus on just the directing. Yeah.
All right. So the other question is AI. Where does AI play into all this?
Well, I haven't really dabbled in it much. I don't see it as an issue for the most part if you use it as a tool. As long as you use it as a tool and use it to elevate what you've created, I guess you could say. I don't see that as an issue. There's so many avenues that we use as artists or as an editor, as for me, that I'll use this, I'll use that, I'll use this software, I'll use this program to finish my product. I don't see it as an issue when it comes to AI, to use it as a tool that can help. Obviously, relying on AI 100%, I personally probably wouldn't do that. But if I was to start dabbling in it, I would probably use it to elevate what I'm using or what I'm creating to a certain extent. I think so. I think it's, especially in the independent industry, budgets only go so far. So if AI can help you and speed up the process or elevate the project to give you a more better finished product for distribution, to release, I don't personally see an issue with that. That's just my opinion. So if people are against it, don't come for me. I'm just saying that's my opinion. If you don't like it, it's okay too. If you don't like it, I'm just saying that's my opinion.
So Joe, where are you still doing cons? Do you still do panels? Do you do anything like that?
I do. I haven't. I want to. I really do want to. I want to do more conventions. I want to do more panels and meet new people and show what we've done. I really do want to do more of them. It's just there's a lot of cons nowadays.
Oh,
there's so many. But if one was to call me and say, hey, we want you to come, because I've gotten some calls to be guest at a few, I would stop what I'm doing to do it. Because yeah, I love conventions. I really do.
Cool. Well, where can the fans actually see all of your films? Where are they available on a platform or streaming, or where are they?
Yeah, so they're all kind of scattered on different platforms. A lot of the films are on like Apple TV. You can watch films on Apple TV. You can watch films on Tubi. Tubi is a one that is heavy with my projects. There's Amazon Prime. There's Plex. There's another platform that I really like personally that I use. It's called Bloodstream. I think it's called Bloodstream. That's a good platform if you're into horror films. So you will see some of my films on there. Yeah, I think the best way to find it is to find what project is on what platform. If you were to visit or just Google the title of the film, it'll show you where the films are playing. Like I will say off the top of my head, The Immortal Wars, The Case Paradox is only available to rent or buy on Prime. It's nowhere else. You can't see that film anywhere else. Okay. So it kind of depends on the project, where distribution placed it. I don't have control of where distribution places it. They're the ones who do all that. So that's why it's on all different platforms and different territories. Yeah.
So I believe we're looking at your website. This is your production company?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that is our website. Those are the feature films we've done. I've written and directed all these films on this page.
Whoa.
Yeah. I think I just wrapped my not that counting matters, it doesn't matter, but I think I've wrapped like my 23rd feature.
Wow.
So Yeah, those are some series. We have a web series as a spin-off of the Immortal Wars because it's all a shared universe, cinematic universe. Within that universe is the Ravage Reign universe. There's 4 films. The 5th one, Netherworld, the Immortal Wars Netherworld, is coming out this year. And then there's comic books and then Immortal Legends, and they're all tied in together.
That's
there we go.
cool.
Yeah.
That's
So it's a cinematic
cool.
universe. Yeah. I always had a dream of wanting to do Marvel films and my favorite comic books, bring them to life and stuff. And that takes time, and that's obviously that's top tier of what you want to do in the industry. But then I kind of got a little impatient, and I was like, let's just make my own universe.
Good for you.
I ended up creating the universe. I think there's over 120 characters within that universe, and like I said, 5 films. We are doing the last and final installment of the franchise late this year. We're going to film that, and more comic books are coming out. I think I have 3 different comic book series that are out now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just the universe that continues to grow.
That's awesome. So Joe, listen, come back to
Definitely.
IFB. Let us know when you're ready to announce, your next the last film, the next film that you're doing
Definitely.
in your series.
Yes.
Come back and if you have a comic book that's coming out with it or whatever, come on.
Okay.
Let's
Definitely, yeah.
We'd love to have you on.
I would love to be back.
All
For
right,
sure,
cool.
yeah. And right now, I will little plug in is I do have a film called The Bosque and My Little Nightmare. Those are my 2 latest films that were just released recently. The Bosque is what won at Shockfest. They finally released that worldwide, so you could see that on Prime and Tubi, as well as My Little Nightmare. Those are more horror. My Little Nightmare is more supernatural horror, and The Bosque is more of a slasher thriller. Wow. And those are my latest horror films.
Wow. So impressive. We love it here at IFB, and we want you to come back, and we'll
Thank you.
We'll do a deeper cut. We love all this stuff. We wish you all the best. Break a leg out there. And,
I appreciate it.
Don't forget about IFB.
Definitely
remember,
not. No.
We were fellow winners at Shockfest.
Yes, sir.
We were. That's worth.
Definitely. No, thank you for having me. I'll definitely be back.
All right. Thank you, Joe. Here's to you. All the best. And we look forward to having you. All right. Take
Thank
care.
you. Have a good one.
All right. Wow. That's pretty cool. You see where passion can take you and what you can do with that. So I am, we were very lucky that we were able to, get as far as we got, winning best sci-fi film at Shockfest in LA.
It's funny.
And,
you have the same behind you. You have the same shaped award from Shockfest.
That's right. And he got and he also got the best in festival. So that was like this one unique crystal award, which is really, really cool. And so that's what these festivals are kind of designed to do. You kind of network and stuff. So before we bring on the Admiral, who's waiting for us patiently, I just wanted to thank everybody that's been watching us live. And I know of course Lola and Ken and Commander Kane, Paul. Thank you for joining us.
You
and
don't
Erica
have your
Prusiani.
sign up.
And I don't see you having it. Where's your
mine is over here pushing buttons, getting Bran set up.
Oh, okay. So here we go. I've been called out. So there you go. Kim Harms and George Giacomis and James Hendricks. Let's see who else. I know Mike DeBrune is on with us. Erica Persiani and who am I missing? I hope I'm not missing too many of you guys. Dave Turnbull. I know Gary Herder's on as well. Mike DeBrune. And I'm watching the feed from Facebook, guys. So the IFB feed is what I get to see. Erica Riley. Who else is on here that I can see? I know that some of you are on some of the other actual platforms, including YouTube and the like. But so this is who I get to see. Thank you guys for watching us live. I know that Chris Laskowski from Down Under, I saw your name was on there as well. You'd posted something early on. Thank you very much. And now we have Admiral Bran Stimpson is going to talk talk to us about Star Trek. And Bran, thank you for coming on. I see that your hands are full with all the different tribbles.
Yeah, that's like something weird happened. I don't know.
It takes like 5 minutes, and then you'll have more
they're
than
everywhere. But no, actually, the one on my shoulder, which actually sits here really nice, actually. This is the tribble from last month that Tipsy sent us, actually.
Oh.
So that's the screen tribble, which is a little itchy, to be honest. It's a weird fabric. It's like an upholstery fabric, but this is the screen tribble that Tipsy sent over. It's a little flat still. I think it got squished in the box. But sit. They also don't listen, by the way. They're not trainable, I'm telling you. Get a puppy. It's probably better. But no, it's actually really cool. And Tipsy hiding in the background. Thank you so much, man.
My pleasure.
I like rushed home when this box showed up to make sure that I was here on time. Because I didn't want it stolen. I didn't care about anything else. This was more important. And actually, nobody else on the Tiburon has seen it yet, because I just haven't brought it anywhere yet. We haven't done anything for like a week. But no, it's really cool, and it's fascinating to see how it's made compared to how we do ours. Actually, it's so you can see it's got a hole in the bottom, which is kind of neat because and this is actually it's not a hole it's a made hole. And we actually do that with our tribbles. There's a whole case of them over there. But that's how we stuff the tribble, is through the hole that we leave, and then we hand sew it up. These guys, of course, because it's on TV, didn't bother to finish it off and probably didn't want to pay somebody to hand sew, 300 million tribbles. But, so no, that's really cool. So Tipsy, again, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you for everything you do. That's least we can do for you.
It's really awesome. He's going to have a display case, and I believe its name is actually going to be Tipsy, as a matter of fact. So,
you got the
and
little,
he'll have a plaque and everything.
Little plaque with it, didn't you?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, it did come. Yep. Okay, I wasn't sure if you got lost in the box.
No. Actually, the box was pretty. It's actually still sitting there. So no, it's actually great. So Thank you so much for that again. So last time we talked, Academy had just premiered. So hopefully by now you guys have watched it.
Academy, boy, I tell you.
Oh my God. I obviously I like Star Trek. I don't know if you noticed. But
never would
run a group, and I would say, and it's kind of a toss up between Star Wars and Star Trek, right? Who are like the pickiest fans? Like, we are really nitpicky fans. I don't know. It's 2026. It's not 1966, excuse me, anymore. Shows are different. Television is different. What people want to see is different. Do I want to see campy Kirk and Spock stuff? Well, yes, I can go watch that. But, that set that's built for Academy is, I don't know, phenomenal. It's huge. It's apparently the largest set they built for Star Trek, which is pretty impressive when you think they built a quarter of the Promenade in Deep Space Nine. So it's the production value is fantastic. Are there problems with this show? Of course there is. Name a television show that doesn't have problems, please. And I'll laugh at you probably, but no, I really like Academy. I like the kind of hope and uplifting message it sends out. And of course, like every Star Trek, is dealing with stuff that all Star Trek deals with off and on. So now we can talk about it, because a month ago had just premiered. I think the day we talked, as a matter of fact. So now we can talk about it. But I think the characters are really good. I think they're fantastic writing. There's been some amazing Easter eggs. Where was the premiere in episode 1, or I guess episode 2, I suppose, a little rough? Of course it was. It's the premiere. Does anybody remember Encounter at Farpoint or Caretaker or Man Trap or any of them? Matter of fact, you watch Encounter at Farpoint, you can see the holes in the carpet they hadn't finished yet. So I don't know. I don't know what all the hate's about. I think these kids, young adults, actually, I guess, right, are doing a fantastic job. I've actually, fell in love with the characters that in the pre kind of season I didn't think I was going to like, but they've grown on me. So no, I think it's a good show. I think it's going to fit into Trek really well, and I hope it's got, it's well, I guess now 5-year run is what the new number is. So, we're going to have 2 at least. So hopefully we get more. I think it's a good show. I think people should give it a shot. And it's got some wonderful scores by Jeff Russo, who's been doing some fantastic Trek soundtracks anyway. So I think it's got great stuff. And Holly Hunter and Paul Giamatti, come on. If you watch the show just for Paul, I think you'd be excited to see the episodes he's in. His character is literally fantastic. So, my opinion.
I agree. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
There is a lot of conjecture. There is a lot of course, rumor. I thought that last week's episode was really good. I didn't see the loss of one of the characters, which I really I enjoyed that character. There's a Vulcan character. I could not believe what happened with him, but so that was totally surprising. It's growing on me. I didn't see the latest episode was released today on Thursday, but I'll be watching that later on. And but there's a lot of talk, Bran, that it's going to be canceled, or it has been canceled, and so I don't know.
I mean, I know they're in the middle of finishing up season 2 already. It's doing great as a streaming platform, show. It's I don't know. Like you can scroll through the internet and see all the bad stuff and all the good stuff. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I know there's a lot of angst, because Disco was really different than previous Treks, obviously, and it was darker and it was different, and it was, they changed the Klingons and they changed this and they changed that. So obviously this show is in the future, the far future, as a matter of fact. And it causes some other issues, right? Because obviously we have races that we've just met that in the time frame that we don't know about, they met. We have races like the Klingons that are totally, well, first off, they look like the Klingons of Next Gen, so that's nice. But the story of the Klingons from, I think that's episode 4, that's really not what I expected from that kind of story. And they've done some great stuff. I mean, it's a Star Trek show. It'll do good, it'll do bad. I'm actually enjoying it. I don't know too many people on the Tiburon that don't enjoy it from what they've seen. Yes, we can say, oh, well, that character's kind of silly, or that thing is kind of weird, or that makes no sense, but it's Star Trek. I can get that in any series of it, So I don't know. I'm hoping it's not canceled early. It was approved and started before the Skydance merger, and of course they're now trying to get, what are they after, Netflix, I think now. Who knows what's going on? But I hope it's not canceled. That's my opinion of that. I really don't want it canceled because it's a lot of fun. And after that, we only got a season and a half of Strange New Worlds left. Not even really a half.
Yeah.
Which is sad. And who knows what's after that, because right now there's nothing. So,
I agree with you totally. I think that like the last episode with the Academy crew go out to a ship called the Miyazaki, and things, I did not see the ending, like that, the ending that we got. I was like, the twist was like incredible. I really liked it. Giamatti is such a great actor and a great bad guy, a great villain.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's great, and it's a good time to be a sci-fi fan. You got plenty of Star Wars, you got Star Trek, and there's a lot of other good sci-fi out there. So I don't know. I like it. And it's there. I'm gonna watch it. I don't have a problem with it. It is what it is. I am looking forward to Strange New Worlds, and that's hopefully going to be great. We'll see how they right. So they're going to inch up. Supposedly the last episode takes it right to the doorstep of the original Star Trek. The series taking off right after.
That's what they're saying, is it's going to lead right up, and then there's the rumor that there might be a year or two of called Star Trek Year One, which would be the newer version of the old crew, which would be confusing. But with Paul Wesley taking over the Enterprise and everybody doing that first year, because TOS actually starts in the second year of Kirk being in captain of the Enterprise, not the first year. So they could play around there and kind of do that. for a while, which would be interesting. I'm not
That's a
sure how
really
I feel
good
about
point.
Paul Wesley as Kirk, but
That's a really
whatever.
good point. Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
really good point. I know that James McCoy says that I like what they did with Cisco and bringing in his son, which I
Oh
thought
God,
was
that was great. Yeah.
phenomenal. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that very
Sirach
much.
being the guest star for that, and that whole interaction with the character Sam was, I didn't expect that. That was really kind of heart-wrenching, honestly, because it was really cool. And the fact that Avery was involved with kind of the production, not like directly involved. He was aware. They reached out to him. Their big hope was the fact that he would come back, but that wasn't his cards. But just the fact that he was part of it, and that he gave the blessing for the show and everything that happened. And I was watching an extra somewhere or something that while they were shooting, Avery called Sirach, because they're still really close, and asked to speak with the I forgot her actress's name. Horrible, but Sam, and talked to her about the emissary and everything that she was doing in that episode. And I'm like, that's Star Trek right there. That's the actors. I mean, I know Avery Brooks is a little off kilt, I guess.
He's eccentric.
Yeah, eccentric. That's a good word. He was great. I remember when I met him here at a Starfest convention. It was a little convention that's here. Well, it was big, but and he took a minute to talk to you and say hello, and that just my favorite captain, right? I don't know, just made me giddy. But yeah, I think what?
Not Janeway? Come on.
No, I'm not a big. I have nothing against Janeway. Before I get tomatoed by somebody, but I wasn't a huge Voyager fan. I think by the time Voyager came on, Star Trek was kind of, it was dragging. I mean, obviously by the time Enterprise, that's kind of what happened. And then they tried to make each show so radically different that I think that hurt Voyager. Knowing some of the stuff in the background, that they were very much the production, the producers were very much like the human characters have to be kind of cardboard and stereo-esque so that the alien characters look better. And I think that worked for Tuvok, and for the most part, Neelix, and definitely for the Doctor, who's not an alien, I suppose, but not human either, really. I don't know. Yeah. But watching Picardo in Academy is fantastic too. Like, he's got to be having a great time.
We interviewed him while he was still filming it.
Yeah, just the whole live mucus conversation was hilarious. And the debate episode, I don't know. It's just, there's some great stuff there. I don't know what people are really complaining about. Like, I don't care that the Klingon character is wearing a scant. I don't care.
Right. You mean you don't want to go on the message board and talk for hours on end on how someone sits in the captain's chair?
No, I have to admit though, I was a little like, oh, well, that's different.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think,
but then again, realizing that Holly Hunter is all of like 4'9" or 5 foot even or something, like, why wouldn't you curl up in the captain's chair? I mean, I want to hug the thing, so
So, Bran, have you heard of any major? This year is the 60th anniversary. Have you heard of any major events that are coming up?
Just the only not official events, no, which is kind of odd, to be honest. I know the Paramount has a website for the 60th where they're supposed to be putting out stuff. There's a big push to do community service stuff because obviously that's a huge kind of part of the fandom and Star Trek in general is helping each other. And I can't remember the charity that's on that website, but I haven't heard about any big events or any special things that are happening. Hopefully, back up in September when the date happens and Star Trek Day is the thing, that they'll do something, but I haven't really heard anything much. I know that all of us fan groups are kind of doing our own thing to kind of celebrate and push it out. I was just talking actually, I was emailing with Fan Expo Denver, which is in May this year for us, about the 60th and how we can work that in and kind of do some things. So far, there's no Star Trek guests in my convention, so I'm a little, I'm a lot sad, to be honest. Philadelphia this week has a whole bunch of them. Denver has nobody from Star Trek. I mean, we have we have the Hobbits and Lord of the Rings stuff going on, which is kind of cool. But it's not Star Trek. Come on. There's enough Star Trek actors now. You could get one.
Oh yeah, there's plenty.
Yeah, there's hundreds now, right?
There's going to be a few coming to Shore Leave, of course. And
yes, I saw
we're going
that.
to be there. Yeah, and so that'll be fun since we did interview a couple of them. So that'll be a nice way to catch up. Full circle, come back and now meet them in person. So that'll be kind of cool. But yeah, keep us posted. Keep us posted, Bran. We appreciate you, and I have a package coming your way as well. So it just keeps growing on me. So I'm gonna have to it's not gonna match that, but
I mean, I don't want a semi truck pulling up, but no, but this is just awesome. So this is pretty cool. So thank you guys and all of IFB. I mean, I've had a great time with you guys for the last 2 years. I think it's been 2 years. Doing this and coming on and like freaking out my dog as I set up a camera and a light so I can not look horrible and he's all running around like, oh God, what's Daddy doing?
And we appreciate you coming and doing it and continue doing it, even
absolutely,
as far as we can, into the future. So thank you, Bran, for doing it. Thank you for doing the charity, and keep up the good work. And we look forward to having you back again.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night. Yeah. And fans fuel the fleet.
Fans for the
absolutely.
Fleet.
Here's to you, Bran. Thank you. Excellent. Live long and prosper. And so we, I mean, it's almost that time, Tipsy. We had a pretty great show, man.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, I know. It's crawling to it.
But
yeah.
Still waiting to see if I can. I sent you the pictures.
I did see them. And it looks cool. And I'll tell you that Factory Entertainment did make mention that they will be that they are going to be putting together Cylon builder packs. So for those that want to just get three Cylon figures at a time, they're going to be doing that. So that is definitely in the works. They announced it.
So in that case, I think we're okay. I haven't seen anything come back, and it didn't say don't show it.
Did he come back with anything?
Didn't come back with anything, but when he put it in there, he didn't say don't show it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this much. They were gonna release it 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, yeah. So it's on its way. I don't know.
I think we're safe.
You want it? Yeah.
I think we're safe.
Okay.
Hang on.
So here you go, guys. Here's another IFB exclusive, and you'll get to see an image that is associated with what we just discussed, the Cylon 3-pack from Factory Entertainment.
There it is.
Here it is. See, for those that wait, that's pretty damn cool, man. I
love
like
that box.
Yeah, that box is cool. I like to just get the box, man. Oh, look at that. That is cool. So one Cylon has like a drawn sword, and yeah, that's cool. That is cool.
One thing I noticed about the box, I did not notice about anything else, is it's hard to see. Hang on. It says in the corner here, includes laser rifle, sword, and laser pistol.
Ooh. So each one gets a different, or do they all have swords?
It says includes all three.
Oh,
all three of them
boy.
have pistols. All three of them have rifles. All of them three of them have swords.
Yeah. That's so cool, man. That is so
I'm thinking
cool.
stop motion. I just want to play with it.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, look, guys, this is the bottom line. Everyone for the longest time has always been like, whatever happened to classic Battlestar Galactica collectibles? Here is the one company that has listened to us. They're putting stuff out, and they're respecting us. And so, just be aware, that, when the other thing, Tipsy, that I saw a lot of people, many fans were like, oh, they're going to sell them individually. Oh, I just want Boomer, or I just want this. Right. Well, you know what? Why don't you team up?
Beat the price.
But why don't you just team up, man? Find a couple other friends and split it. right? Split it. Just, you put up, you pony each one of you pony up and all right, well, look, here's my $35, including shipping and handling or whatever the hell it is. I want the one guy, and somebody else says, well, I'll take those two, and somebody else says, well, I'll take the other three Cylons or whatever, and there you go. Like we, when we were kids on the block, get your friends together and,
Yep. But I want to say that one thing he put in his email, I think I would like to share with everybody because he sent it to us.
Yeah.
And what he said in his email was,
please do. Yeah. They did really, really well.
He says, gentlemen, I want to thank you. Your support and coverage of the launch last week has been, to put it mildly, a huge success.
Yes.
They smashed their predictions. And as a result, and no small part of, I want to say the fandom, not just us, but the fandom.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fans who certainly fueled the launch, it means his boss has given him the green light to continue development with a Wave 2 and beyond.
Yep. So there it is. It's happening.
They're going to be running a public poll shortly.
Yeah.
And that poll will kind of find out what you're looking for in regards to that. So when they post that up, we'll ask. But I think I want to do that's what I want. I want the baddies collection. I want the Cylon Raider, and I want Lucifer's head.
Well, let's put up. Look, I think we should start with an IFB poll on what the next 6 figures should be, and then have everybody that's out there, put up what you want. Everybody knows what I want. I want Adama, Tai, Athena, Spectre, Ibli, Boltar. The idea of Boj is now I'm like, I don't know how to like
Boj and if they did Boj and Serena and Commander Kane
and Commander Kane,
Pegasus group.
and then three bad guys. But I don't know, so now the possibilities are just out there, guys. We'll run a poll, and everybody sound off, because this is what Factory Entertainment wants. And let's see, Angel Ship. Angel Ship of Lights. There you go. Imagine that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That would be just like a chandelier, because you don't even need figures to fit inside of it, because that's not going to happen.
Correct. Yes. Mediocre Modeler, Factory Entertainment is awesome. They really are. And we are going to support them. I did see that some other companies are taking apart, right? They're taking apart the figures and they're selling them,
there's groups.
Individually. Somebody out there is taking Boomer and putting it with the Viper, so you can buy the Viper with Boomer. But that's not from Factory Entertainment. This is
it's the Factory Entertainment product, but it's not from Factory. You're not giving, in my opinion, you're not telling Factory Entertainment what you want. You're buying it from another person, which is okay.
Right.
But
which is
it's
fine.
The same
but,
price.
Yeah.
So why not buy it from Factory Entertainment and let them know what you want?
Exactly. So, that's aftermarket. But anyway, that's all good. And, Gary says, Athena, Adama, Cassiopeia. There you go. Another one. Cassiopeia.
I'm telling you, I want the special edition pressure suit.
Before we get to the special edition, I'm like
pressure suit. Yeah.
I'm like,
Tell me, guys, who doesn't want the pressure suit?
Yeah, I know. Rob Baum, Green Bean Jolly, and who's
Green
the
Bean?
first
I
one?
didn't even think of that one.
Vijay, who the hell is that? Yeah, I'm not sure that is. Definitely ladies collection. Yes, I want an Angel and the Ship of Lights.
Ooh.
I want an Angel and the Ship of Lights.
An Angel.
An Angel. Cool. Oh.
Now you can get Zach, but it'll be burned.
No, come on. What's the matter with you?
It'll be a little charcoal piece.
No. This Factory Entertainment is great. That'll be
the special edition, Zach edition. Charcoal piece.
So listen, we Zach, Apollo, and Athena. So listen, guys, Ty Omega Rigel. We are going to be at Shore Leave.
Yep.
So hopefully you guys are making your reservations. We're doing what we can. We're still trying to lock down a place for everybody to come and get together on Saturday night with us.
Ooh,
whoever can come. right?
Perfect.
So we'll try to get that out there as soon as we get a place. We'll let you know. And pressure suits for the guys.
Yep.
And the triad. What is it?
The triad uniforms.
Yeah.
Remember that? That's perfect.
Yeah.
Kim, right on. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd buy those just because they were just so crazy.
They were crazy. It was totally insane.
So they
Ravishol
have
male
to come with a
clone.
triad ball, though.
Oh, Ravishol male clone and female clone. That's a good one, Rob. Very good. Right.
But it has to come with the play set with the pulsar cannon.
Pulsar cannon. Well, guys, all good things. Thank you so much for tuning in live. We
Brilliant
totally
Noman.
appreciate
That's
you.
not on the list.
Yeah, the Borrelia Noman, but we're gonna put it on our list. So
Yep.
we're gonna put up a poll. Make sure that you guys come back, watch IFB updates. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know that we love Galactica as much as you guys do. So stay tuned. If anybody can help Rich Hanley, who's looking for those
pieces,
strips, the comic book,
the French comic books.
Yeah, so if anybody can help out, please do. Rich he was on our show. He's a great fan, and we're big supporters of his work, and he supports IFB as well. So, guys, till next time, stay well, stay safe.
Dang it, it's already over.
Yeah, it's over. So
wait till next week now.
Next week. All right, guys.
Anyways, thanks for showing up. Here's to you. Hang on, I'm gonna do it this way
keep the faith.
Keep the faith. Keep looking at these peoples with the factory entertainment. Keep them, And once again, they said it wasn't going to be December; it's going to be earlier. But worst case scenario, December. So, anyways, thank you. You are amazing people. You are amazing family. We will see you next week. Same bad channel, same bad place. And don't forget to hit the likes and the follows and all that other stuff. And don't forget to go follow Factory Entertainment and hit the likes on their stuff too. But until next week, it's Fans Feel the Fleet. We thank you so much for being here. And we will sign
Bert
off for
and
tonight.
Sean and everybody else. Thank you for tuning in.
John and geez, here they go. Mediocre modeler. Mediocre. I am working on the little medallions. I think I'm going to make you a gold one too, because you talked about going with gold with the side.
That's right. That's right.
But anyways, Fans Feel the Fleet. Thank you so much for being here. Here's to you all.
Take care, everybody.
Don't forget, Jack's back next week.